Once upon a time, at the edge of a green forest, in a sunny little cottage with blue shutters and a red roof, lived a mama goat and her 7 playful little kids. The little goats were full of energy. They loved to jump, skip, and sing songs all around the garden. One morning, Mama Goat put on her favorite shawl and her straw hat. She called her children and said, "My darlings, I need to go to the market to buy some bread, apples, and sweet clover. Please stay inside, lock the door, and don't open it for anyone, especially not the big bad wolf." The little goats gasped. "The big bad wolf?" Mama nodded. "Yes, he's clever and sneaky. He'll try to trick you with his voice, his paws, or even lies. So remember, my voice is soft and kind, and my hooves are white as snow. Don't be fooled." The little goats promised. "We won't open the door for anyone but you, Mama." Mama Goat kissed each of her 7 kids on the nose, picked up her basket, and trotted off down the forest path. Inside the cottage, the little goats played quietly. They built towers with wooden blocks and painted pictures of flowers and butterflies. But not far away, behind the trees, the big bad wolf had been watching. He had heard everything. 7 little goats, all alone? That sounds like a feast. He growled. He brushed his fur, straightened his tail, and crept up to the door of the cottage. He knocked loudly. Knock, knock, knock. Then he said in a deep, scratchy voice, "Let me in, my little ones. It's your mama." But the goats were smart. The oldest one peeked through the crack in the door and said, "You're not Mama. Her voice is soft and sweet. Yours is rough and deep. Go away, big bad wolf." The wolf frowned. They're clever. I need a plan." He ran to the baker's shop in town and said, "Give me a spoonful of honey and a muffin. I need to sweeten my voice." The baker raised an eyebrow but handed it over. The wolf gobbled the honey and licked his lips. Now his voice sounded much softer. He returned to the cottage and knocked again. Knock, knock, knock. "Let me in, my little ones. It's Mama. I'm back from the market," he said sweetly, but the goats saw his big black paws under the door. "Wait a minute," the second goat cried. "Mama has little white hooves. Yours are big and black. You're the wolf again." The wolf growled in frustration and stomped away. He went to the millers and said, "Sprinkle flour on my paws. I need them to be white." The miller was frightened and did as he was told. Now the wolf had a sweet voice and white paws. He tiptoed back to the cottage one more time. Knock, knock, knock. "Hello, my darlings," he cooed. "It's Mama Goat. Let me in." The little goats peeked under the door, white paws. They listened, soft voice. This time, they believed it was really their mama, and they opened the door. Oh no, it was a wolf. The 7 little goats screamed and ran in every direction. One hid under the bed. One jumped into the oven, which was cool and safe. One crawled into the cupboard. One squeezed behind the curtains. One climbed into the laundry basket. One ducked under the table. And the tiniest goat climbed into the big grandfather clock. But the wolf was too quick. He found and gobbled up 6 of the little goats. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Only the smallest one, hidden deep in the clock, escaped. The wolf patted his round belly, laughed, and waddled away into the forest. Not long after, Mama Goat came home. She smiled as she walked up the path, humming a song. but when she opened the door, oh dear, the house was a mess. The door wide open, and 6 of her babies were missing. Only the littlest goat crawled out from the clock and ran to her crying, "Mama, the wolf came. He tricked us and ate my brothers and sisters." Mama goat held him tight. "Don't worry, little one. We'll find them." She listened carefully and heard a loud snoring sound coming from the meadow. Mama goat tiptoed there and saw the wolf sleeping under a tree, his belly big and round, making rumbling noises. She saw something wiggling in his belly. "My babies are still alive," she whispered. She quietly took out her sewing kit and scissors. With great care, she snipped open the wolf's tummy. Snip, snip, snip! And out popped all 6 little goats alive, safe, and still in their hiding clothes. They hugged their mama and danced with joy. Mama goat filled the wolf's belly with heavy stones, then sewed it back up with strong thread. When the wolf woke up, he felt strange. "Oof, why do I feel so heavy?" he mumbled. He walked to the river for a drink, but the weight of the stones made him stumble. Splash! And down he went into the deep water, never to bother the goat family again. That evening, Mama Goat made warm soup, honey cakes, and clover tea. The 7 little goats curled up together by the fire, wrapped in blankets. Mama smiled and said, "What did we learn today?" The oldest goat said, "Never open the door without checking very, very carefully." And the littlest one added, "And always listen to Mama." They all nodded, full and safe, and soon they drifted off to sleep, snuggled, safe, and happy.